What is happening, Hatters? What is happening? Tonight, we'll let people join, but tonight we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna do something that we haven't done since pre-season. What we're gonna do is a little bit of theory crafting and maybe play a little bit if we have a little bit of time. But tonight was gonna be a little bit of a shorter stream as it is. I didn't have time to build anything new tonight, so I kind of just thought that that we'd do a little theory crafting. I wanted to explore something. There's some things I want to explore with green purple still, but I also wanted to explore another combo and our color pairing. And this was a color pairing that I kind of started messing around with at the end of last set, and I just didn't find a whole lot of success with it. But hey, what's up? What's up, man? How are ya? How are ya? But yeah, I wanted to mess. This is something I was messing around with last set, and it's not OTK. Although I still want to mess around with this deck and kind of see what's going on. And honestly, the answer might just be the OTK version, because the OTK version does have ways to just beat Amethyst Steel, right? Even without the combo. But there's things about, so what was really successful with Amber Amethyst last set is that you could get out those really good Amethyst cards very early. So we're just gonna kind of use, because it's running like the big Amethyst cards that we want. Just left local league. How'd it go, man? What'd you run tonight? And what this deck is looking to do is just get ahead of everything, right? Get ahead of the other Amethyst decks. And it doesn't do that against Blurple. Like, this probably loses against Blurple, but I mean, maybe you just always run Blurple, right? Maybe you just always run Blurple and you don't. I hate it when Dreamborn does this. I gotta refresh it. Maybe you just always run Blurple, and this isn't like you just don't do it this way. But we're gonna look at it. We've got to look at what Amber cards might make this worth running, right? We'll leave that there for now. Take these out. Take this out. Because if we're going to run Amber cards, there has to be Amber cards that are better than... There has to be Amber cards that are better than the Sapphire cards. The Sapphire cards being Hades is the big one, but also Into the Unknown and the Ramp cards are the big ones. I played Blurple tonight. Beat out Purple Steel. Yeah, I've been playing quite a bit of Blurple again. And Blurple is just feeling really good. But it's feeling really bad against... It's feeling really bad against Green-Blue, which is annoying. And that's just it. Like, is there anything that Amber brings to the table that helps it against Green-Blue? And that's the problem, right? That's the question that has to be asked. Because if it doesn't do anything that helps the Green-Blue matchup, then you always just run Blurple, right? So the question is, what in Amber might make it worth playing? That is, why is Dreamborn like this? Does this happen to anyone else where it just doesn't show all the cards? Let's see. Actually, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do this, sign in. Okay, in case it asks me for a password like it's done before, we're going to, I need to. I've been hooking Rudros up with some thumbnails, helping them out. Got to help out the fellow LCCC casters. So, okay. Let's see. So I want to go here. We're going to use my buddies. So shout out to I'm Sec. Oh, wait a second. 1 second. Okay. Did we get in? Living the vida loca. She's got junk in the trunk. It's like, what? All night long. Let me see. Have you guys heard the AI version of that song? It is spectacular. Absolutely love it. Just putting that out there. Beat red purple but lost to blue green due to that's kind of what I was just talking about, right? Is that we've got to figure out what it is. We've got to figure out what it is. Nope. Is there anything in amber that can help us beat green blue? Right? So that's the question. That is the question that we have to look at. So I'm trying my buddy's thing here to build a deck because my shout out to IamSec, he built this himself and it's really cool for displaying decks. But I think we'll stick with this for now. I'm gonna mess with that on my own time so I can kind of give it the respect it deserves. But looking at the amber card specifically, what is it in amber that could help us into that matchup? Mowgli is something. Mowgli could be helpful. Hey, what's up, Seth? What's up, man? You know it. Mowgli could be helpful. Unfortunately, not Ludwig. Maybe we need to explore blue-yellow again. Just mostly for Ludwig, right? I don't know. Is there anything in amber that actually helps that matchup? Like, is purple yellow really worth? Is there anything purple yellow does? Maybe the answer is you have to run the OTK version. But does the OTK version? How does it fare into blue yellow? Or how does the OTK version fare into green blue? Is the question. Because I'm not seeing anything like, so you could run daisies. Just kind of theory crafting, that's kind of what we're looking at tonight. Trying to see if there's maybe something missing, right? If there's something out there that could be discovered, that could kind of just, I don't know, be something. And right now, what I'm trying to figure out, so purple yellow was something I messed around with last set, and it did really well into amethyst steel. Purple yellow, amethyst amber does really well into purple steel. But here's the problem, right? And this is the problem with this, is that you're running lanterns. You run lanterns. You run maybe the 2/3 that ramps you. How is that any different than Blurple? Yeah. No, that's a good point because the whale has to stick around, right? So they can Mother Knows Best it, they can You're Welcome it, Basil it. So it does have a lot of answers because the whale always has to stick around for a turn, right? So yeah, I guess that one, the OTK variant would not help. So what is it? Is there anything in amber that could help? Or are you just better off running things like Hades and... Because the thing that needs answered is how do you stop the Prince Philip combo? That's the thing that needs answered. If you're trying to play a deck that beats green blue, or you don't care about the Prince Philip combo and you can just do something. Like maybe you can control the game without needing a big board. So, good day. What's going on, Spicy? My brother from Australia. How you doing, man? How's your day treating you? World's Greatest deals with Basil. That's true. World's Greatest is something. So you could run World's Greatest. That's definitely an option. It definitely answers the green decks. You have oversighted guys. I really I really think if we crack the color, we'll be using the purple to draw and place 4 willpower quests for 2s. And maybe that's it, right? Because okay, hang on. So let's do this. Let's go back. So let's go purple, yellow, my decks, purple, yellow, purple, beast. Is this the one I was running last set? For a little bit. Yeah. Yep. So this is what we were kind of looking at last set, or this is what I was looking at last set. Actually, let's just do this. So we open this up. And so what it did is you could go this aggro route, right? So you had Aurora into Tiana into a bunch of Daisy Ducks, and you could go this aggro route. But you also had the strong Amethyst cards that could help you kind of just quest and win and control the board with the Bells and the Iagos and the Elsas. I mean, you could get Elsa down, super early because the other nice thing about this color combo is that Aurora lets you play Elsa earlier. So you can get the Elsa down quickly, which means you can get Elsa Spirit of Winter down earlier. You can get Belle down if you needed to get that down. So Aurora, so is there any new princesses that came out that maybe Aurora can cheat out that would be really helpful into different matchups? So something like that. But it was fine, right? It's different. It's a tempo deck, but it had the option to go aggro. You had the Daisies, the Tianas. The Queen was really cool because you could use Queen to get back certain cards that you might need. So that was always a fun thing as well. Spicy, good mate, played a couple of games on Connect. Last game up against Blue Steel, they got down to 2 cards left in their deck. Oh, geez. And against Blue Steel also, which is really wild because they're not drawing a super lot, so that's actually pretty wild. That game went on for a hot minute. Okay, so if we start here, like let's say we keep why Dreamborn, why? Let's say we keep the Auroras. Is there something? Okay, so let's go. We'll do Legality, Core Constructed. We'll do yellow, purple. Okay, I'm about to lose my mind on Dreamborn right now. Why is it being like this? It's being so difficult. See, now the deck is gone. Have you guys been running into a lot of issues with Dreamborn as well? Or is it just me? Like, so look, so we bring up the deck, we go to edit, and look, it won't let me scroll down to see any more cards. So I have to refresh it. So we refresh it, and now we can scroll down. Let's see if it'll work this time. If I go to Legality and go to Core Constructed, okay, so it's currently working. Okay, so let's see if there's anything new with princesses that could be exciting. Whispers in the Well. No, there is not anything new as far as princesses go and Whispers in the Well that would be useful to us. So, okay. So that's good to know. Yeah, we're not going to be able to use these at all. Okay. So we can cut that. Well, let's look at set 10 and what it added and what might help. They had Goliath and Cindy triggers and Visions and Namari. They also got to 21. Okay. Yeah. If you let those Goliaths go for a while, yeah, that's definitely gonna do a number, right? So that makes sense. Okay, Black Cauldron. Put a character card from your discard under this item face up. This turn, you may play characters from under this item. So, if you guys remember, there was someone at the Build-A-K event that played blue-yellow with Black Cauldron. And he really liked Black Cauldron because he could put Mowgli underneath it and then play his Mowgli whenever he wanted to. So that was a kind of cool idea. That could be something. Is there a world? Excuse me. Is there a world where you could run Black Cauldron in an Amethyst Steel list? With Doc. And just use Black Cauldron to continually bring back Docs? Is that a possibility? Okay. So... Darn. Imagine... I know. I want... Yeah. Cauldron would be a really cool one. Cauldron could be really cool if we could find a way to make that work. I really like the guy's idea with Mowgli, though. And maybe there's something that could be explored with something like that. Is just use... The problem with... If Black Cauldron was a 2-cost card, I think it would be a lot different than it is. But it's a card that has to go in like a slower deck. I think there's definitely something with Cauldron and aggro. Yeah, I mean, because why not? So the only issue with it is in an aggro, I mean, it would definitely continue to give you, oh, I just shook my desk. It would definitely continue to give you answers, right? If you could, unless they play 1-drop Clarabelle, that's true as well. So, but I don't know. The possibilities with Black Cauldron are a lot. I think the problem with it right now is it's expensive, right? Because you play it on turn 3. I guess you won it, right? You'd play it on like turn 4. But okay. So when you play an item though, and it has to be exerted, you can't exert it the same turn you play it, right? It has to dry, or can you? I always forget with items because I've never really played a lot of items. So that's the question. If I play Black Cauldron on turn 4, can I play it for 3, exert it, and pay 1 on the same turn I play it? Or does it need to dry? And then oh, nope, not that. Okay. You can. Okay. All right. So items don't... There's something with items that it has to dry, right? Or are items just always dry? Okay. Items just... Okay. Don't need to dry. All right. So, I mean, that is something. It could be a heck of a top deck, right? If you top deck a Black Cauldron and you put a Doc underneath it, you put a Mowgli underneath it, it kind of works like a Lilo, right? Where you just have to have time to put it underneath there. And then hope they don't draw item removal. But the only deck that really runs item removal right now is Blue Steel. Some Blue Steel players have started teching in Plutos. And Green Blue with their Clarabelles. So there is that. And if you're like my opponent last night on Green Blue, you'll see 3 1-drop Clarabelles. You could play Hades earlier. Okay, so what don't we need in this list? If we were to make this work, so we've got the lanterns. We don't need Raja. I think we can cut Raja. I don't think we need Tiny Adversary, really. Pongo can probably go. Elsa, Spirit of Winter, Belle. I mean, so Belle in this list... Oh, you're right, Spicy. Nope, that's a good point. So, yeah, that's a really good point about the book, the Woodchuck or Woodbook or whatnot. Yeah, Woodchuck Guidebook. So the thing about Belle versus Cheshire Cat is that you can cheat out Belle. But does that matter? I don't think it does, because we're not going to be getting out, an early Belle to move damage. Like, that's just not going to happen, really. Unless we cheat out an early Elsa and the Elsa gets damage on it, so then we're able to cheat out Belle. So there is circumstances like that. But if you're running a deck, like, you run 4 Demonas. Demona you can get out on turn 5. Let me see that thong. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Black Cauldron. What an interesting card. Oh, what an interesting card. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are we chasing up the wrong tree with this? Is there something else that needs to be explored? Because here's the thing. It's not like we have a lot of aggro in this. What in the troll is happening? We're theory crafting, Shane. Get out of here. I'm wondering if there's a way. The new Olaf for recall has been good for Mowgli and Cheshire Cat for me. Yeah, no, that could work. Right? So Olaf could have some power there. See, the only way we're able... Again, I just wish there was a way we could cheat out Demona. I wish there was a way we could cheat out Demona sooner. But there's just... Lantern doesn't let us cheat out Demona sooner. That's the thing. You're like... The Duckburg location. What does this thing do? Whenever a character quests while here, you pay 2 less for the next character you play this turn? That'd be funny. Oh, God. I wish this gained a lore. Yeah, I mean... all of that. So you run this, all that so you could prevent the Prince Philip. So if you're building for fun, you're barking up the wrong tree. You're barking up the right tree. But if you're looking for a competitive tech, I don't think Cauldron is the way. Yeah, and you're probably right. You could just play it. What are you referring to, Shane? Are you referring to just playing the Prince Philip combo or green-blue? Lantern, yeah. No, Duck would do it. Like, they cost so much for nothing. Yeah. Yo, I got a yellow purple non-combo list. Yeah, Nick, if you want to share it, man, by all means. I don't know if you're in the Discord. Is this Nick from Flower Farm or different Nick? But I think I changed the rules on the chat, so you could share it in the chat here, and I should be able to see it if you wanted to share the link. Oh, illegal plays. Yes. Yes. I could join Habibi's list, right? Only if I get caught though, right? Did I show off my mug yet? I love this thing. Oh, gotcha. Okay. What's going on, man? Like look at this. How cool is that? It came from TJ Maxx and it came with socks. It came with 4 pairs of socks. But this thing's big. Like this is my hand, right? Like I love this thing. I just walk around, work with it in uniform and everything. So no, and that's true, Spicy. Imagine people's surprise if you played down. What would that? So okay. So if you went Lantern. So if you go 1 drop into Lantern, into Duckburg, you could play Demona on turn 4, right? I just realized, yeah, we are on 18 Uninkables. So, well, it does. Small socks also. Small hands and small socks. What can I say? Well, Chris, whoever got that white elephant gift is very lucky because this cup is phenomenal. I love it. So, what is it you want to do? What is it I want to do with the list? I was just kind of theory crafting, like just because I don't know. All the meta stuff is just kind of meh, right? It's just kind of meh. You play Blurple and you have really good chances into dogs and purple steel, but you pretty much, but you lose to green blue. You play purple steel, you're fair into everything. You play dogs, which is fine into everything right now. You play green blue and hope that you don't low roll or even medium roll, because I feel like green blue, if you low roll, like I think green blue punishes you more than any other deck right now. Green purple control is still always there. The thing with green purple control is like, I don't know, sometimes. So I've been playing a lot of Blurple lately, and it just Blurple and Amber Steel aggro, and it just feels so smooth. Like, and not smooth as in like really good compared to green purple, but just kind of like simple. There's just not a lot, just simple, to be honest, compared to green purple control, where everything's just a little bit more complicated. So kind of just messing around with different ideas and to see if anything could break the mold. Maybe something's not super explored yet, something like that. So that's kind of what we're doing. Just kind of looking at what possibilities there are that aren't explored yet. Does getting down an Elsa on turn 4 change anything? I don't. I thought it was an awesome gift, but the guy who got it was so grumpy about it. Man, the socks are amazing. Like I, for the first time ever, like I'm starting to wear socks around the house, which for those of you that don't know me would know that, or for those that know me know that's a big deal, because I wear sandals everywhere. Like, the other day there was snow on the ground. I'm still wearing sandals. Like, I shovel my driveway in sandals. I don't care for socks, but these Grinch socks, like, it's just so festive. My wife walked in just so she could cough.
I like sneezed. I like a bunch of carbonation from the
Oh.
soda came out my nose.
You didn't bring me any?
No, because I'm going to bed.
This deck doesn't feel it.
Hey!
Jeez. Look what you've done. This deck doesn't feel it. The restaurant is still closed. The yellow isn't adding anything to this deck. Yeah, Shane, that's kind of what we were talking about, right? Like, if we were not to play Blurple, yellow has to add something big, right? Yellow has to add something to the game, or to our choices, that makes it better than Blurple. And if we're not running blue, then we're sacrificing Hades and the ramp. And the nice thing about the ramp is it sticks around forever. Like, if you get it, it's there. You don't have to worry about tapping lanterns anymore, or the lanterns getting deleted, things like that. So I think if you're that's the thing, right? And I think that's the problem. If there was a way to cheat out something sooner, then sure, but I think blue just does it better. That's true. You could do something like that. Chippendale Shift. I've always loved Chippendale Shift. I think it's a fun thing. Like, and then its effect during your turn, whenever a card is put in your inkwell, you may return a character card from your discard to your hand. Is something as well. Like, I've always loved Chippendale. I think he's a cool card. And if you like playing with Enchanteds, it's a cheap Enchanted also. So, Dale's not doing a whole lot for us in this, because we don't really care about things being put in our discard unless we have the shift. The -3 attack doesn't really do much for us, except if maybe we're trying to protect something so we can quest. But we're not in a big hurry to quest with this deck, so it doesn't do a lot for us there. Yeah, so Huey, what's up, man? What's up, Ben? Did I respond to your message? I don't think I did. But yeah, man, you can when you can share that stuff in the Discord, man. I'll create another tab thing for like people to share their content. And when you go live, you're more than welcome to post in there. So I'll create that before I go to bed tonight. Yeah, so if we were okay, so let's just kind of mess around, right? We'll add these guys in here just for funsies. Like, sure, we'll just do that for now. We'll throw in Huey for now, kind of mess around with that. Yeah, Nick, like I said, if you want to share it, if you want to share it, then by all means, man, you can share it, and we can start with that instead of going out, unless you did share it somewhere and I just didn't. Hang on. Nope. Okay, no. Okay. And we can start with that instead of chasing our tail. But Pluto's an option. So my Amber Steel list is currently on Pluto, and I'm absolutely loving it. Pluto and what's that other card? Aurora. So Hades counter after Philip. Yeah. So that's the problem. So yeah. So Horseman Strikes counters Prince Philip, but so does just a Hades on their Prince Philip. That counters Prince Philip as well. And you get a 2-quester. So I feel like this deck just wants to be green-purple. Amber is the uninkable color. Yeah, it is. And what about... Yeah, let me grab it for you real quick, man. Living the vida loca. She's got junk in the trunk. Nah. All night long. So what if... Let's go to popular. Let's kind of explore something else. So I love Lantern. Like I have a huge love for Lantern. If you guys didn't know that, for those that may be new, like I am a big fan of Lantern. Is there anything in green yellow that we could run Lantern? What would we? I guess the only thing we'd really care about would be Prince Philip, right? That would make it really worth it. But what else is in green yellow that we could run other than Prince Philip if we were to run something? Or do you just like? Is there anything to explore in that combo with? Is there anything to explore in that combo with Lantern and Huey? Because there's the Churna dog, or there's the Circle of Life dogs deck, which I think is just no. I've kind of voiced my opinion on that. I think that deck's just kind of bad. When that deck high rolls, it is a freak of nature. That deck just goes absolutely ham in no time at all. But when it doesn't, oh God, that deck. Scott, the Little John Recursion, I haven't played it at all. But I know I had some friends that were enjoying it and having a good time with it. So maybe there is something there. Maybe there is, but I don't know, because doesn't the Little John Recursion just take like a lot of cards to make happen? Dropping the link in the OTK yellow purple channel. Okay, perfect. Let me jump down there and we'll jump back into this. Okay. Boosted start version 3. Duplicate. Okay, what do we got? What are we looking at? Not that version. Actually, let's just do this. Save. Purple yellow stuff. Bang. Share. Download. All right. Oh, Preston. So we'll look at that in a second, because I've kind of been looking at that as well as maybe a possibility for something. So we'll look at that in a second. Okay. So Merlin, interesting. So okay, so Webby is very interesting. I rated this card terribly in pre-release. Like And I don't mean terribly as I was super wrong. I mean, I gave this like an F tier. So like I mean it's a big body, right? So that's nice. But it just doesn't trade well. What are we doing over here? Duckworth 3/1/2. During your turn, when this character is banished, you may put the top card of your deck face down. Okay, so you're really just trying to focus on boosting with this deck is what we're looking at doing. The Monstro is kind of weird. The Monstro is kind of weird. Like, have you actually found any success with that Monstro? Would be my question. It's just so expensive, and you don't have, like, there's not a lot of card draw going on here, so it's not like you're gonna have a lot of opportunities to ready Monstro a lot. So that'd be my first kind of concern with Monstro. How many Uninkables are we on? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You forgot to put elephants in the list. I've had that thought too. Talking about the discard. Okay, so let's just kind of start. Oh my god, this is a terrible way to view the deck. This. So bang, 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 bang. God, that song has been stuck in my head for like 3 days now. My wife had a kind of a long day, and we're driving. We went to Texas Roadhouse today for dinner, and we're driving there, and Molly's kind of had a long couple days, and I was like, I know what will cheer you up, and she's like, what? And I put that song on, and she started laughing, and then tried to like cover up her laugh. That song though, I can't. That AI version of that song is just so good. Anyways, so let's say we cut the Monstros and we add in elephants, which I'm kind of like in a boost deck. Yeah, why not, right? Somebody mentioned how the 3-drop Dumbo can combo with Horseman Strikes. Oh my goodness. So wouldn't that be funny? Oh my god, could you imagine? It sucks Dumbo's not better, right? Imagine your opponent's reaction if you dropped a Dumbo and Horseman Strikes on their character. Your opponent's reaction would just be so beautiful. It would be so beautiful. That would be awesome. And yeah, no, that's what I figured, Nick, is mostly just the fact that she has a big butt, being a 1/6 and questing for 2, and odds are you'll be able to get there. There might be something there to slow the game down to a crawl, like old green steel. I like 3 lanterns in lantern decks. So that takes Uninkables up to 14. Daisy, Diablo, Rafiki's is 1-drops. Lilo, Lilo's fine. Mowgli, Merlin. I love Merlin. And being an 03, like it's not easy to take out. So I'd love to see Webby be good because I just rated it so bad. Gwithaint. Whenever this card quests, each opponent chooses and exerts one of their ready characters. The fact that it's a 4/3 evasive, it does come down on 5 though, which is kind of icky, right? So I wonder if there's a better option for that. But it is a 4/3 evasive, so it does challenge into Dumbos and stuff really cleanly. So yeah, so Duckworth has been a really interesting one that that I've kind of looked at before. And the fact that it does boost one of your characters is really nice, especially if you do go something like, imagine you're bricked, right? You go Daisy, Merlin, Duckworth. That, I mean, sure, your Duckworth probably doesn't make it, but let's say you take out like a red purple Diablo, then Merlin gets boosted. You quest for 2. You're probably gonna draw. Like that all feels really good. The Scrooges. Duck is a one-trick pony that requires setup. You're talking about the Rush is a one-trick pony. Yeah, I mean it does, but if you're running a lot of boost, like maybe there's a good chance you can get it set up rather successfully. I want to see more ghost stuff. Live in the Vida Loca. She's gonna drunk in the trunk all night long. I love Elephant. Let me. So we have this kind of early aggro-esque start. Cheshire Cat to trade. Gwyneth. Gwynthant. So what are we adding, right? Or what are we trying to, that's the question, right? Like what is the deck going to beat that the other top meta decks aren't beating? Because at the end of the day, that's not all that matters, right? Winning isn't all that matters, but it feels pretty good, especially if we can come up with something that has a shot. Right. So, but what is it that we could do that helps it have a shot? So what is, I mean, this feels fine. Like you can set up a really good starting hand with something like this, but the problem is we have a lot of bad in something like this. Challenging part, yeah, like until you get up to your higher cards like Demona and Elephant and stuff. Like what matchups have felt good for you? There, I guess that's the place to start. Because early you're kind of developing stuff. Early you're just kind of developing stuff, right? Against Amethyst Steel, you're kind of building things. So maybe you get, one of these guys down, then you go to a 2 cost. You probably, against Amethyst Steel, Mowgli's probably your best 2-drop. You go into maybe a Cheshire Cat. But at that point, if you didn't hit a strength, they're probably going to find one. Then Madame M Elephant or Demona. What's up, Hooney? Hades hurts pretty bad. Okay. The one of Stitch, I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling those Texas Roadhouse rules. Your cards are going to be pretty low. So you can probably get quite a bit of value on a Demona. I think you almost just cut Stitch. Right? I think that would be our 60th card. If we wanted to play 60 exactly. Because like I said, I really like 3 lanterns because I want to see it most games. And I remember, I don't remember where I saw it initially, but there was that idea that if you run 2 of something, you're like, okay, I may see it once in the 3 matches. If you run 3 of something, you're trying to see it every game. And I kind of, if you run 4 of something, you're like, I need to see this every game, or I really, really want to. And I think it was Frank that posted that in one of his articles. So, okay. We'll kind of stick with that for now and kind of peruse over it. We'll stick with that for now and kind of keep it in the back of my mind. Because I do want to jump to something that we talked about earlier. Because this was one of the very first decks, and if you're in the Discord, and if you've been in the Discord, this is one of the very first decks that I built in pre-release. And it is, if Dreamborn wants to work, it's a blue-green discard deck. Yeah, this one right here. So the idea behind this, Shane. Yeah, Nick. No, I wanna think about it, because so purple yellow has been on my mind like the majority of the day today. It's just been like this thing that I've been thinking about all day, wondering if there's something that we can do with it, right? Because it has a lot of the good things that you want to see. It has the 2 questers, the early 2 questers and stuff. So I haven't considered looking at it from a boost mechanic side of things. So I just kind of want to think it over and see, like, because I have to keep coming back to the question of, so I think purple yellow can beat amethyst steel quite a bit. And the question is what does purple yellow help amethyst? Is it so good in amethyst steel and dogs that it's better than blurple into those 2 decks, and you're fine with sacrificing the green blue matchup? Or maybe you're not sacrificing the green blue matchup, but you have something in it that helps you more into green blue than what blurple has. So those are the kind of the things, and I just feel like there's something there that can be explored still, in a big way. Good morning from Singapore. Yeah, what's going on, man? It contains a restaurant order. Shane, is it 60 uninkable cards? Because I swear to God, if it's 60 uninkable cards, it's the one deck type that's been asleep. Preston, is that amethyst amber you're referring to? Because I agree, like, in that, or no, were you talking about discard? I think you were talking about discard. Okay, but let's bring this up really quick. Okay, well, share your deck, Shane. Let's see it. So this was the first thing I was looking at for discard, and I built this in preseason, and I haven't messed around with it a whole lot since preseason, because I'm not a big enjoyer of discard. It was just kind of something I put together because I have some I literally posted it in my Discord and said, hey, for you discard degenerates out there, here's a discard deck idea. And that's what you're trying to do here, is discard. And the idea here is that you run this heavy discard package. For those that don't know, I think it was Two Changs. He ran a blue-green discard list last set. And so I kind of started with his list and wanted to see how things looked. And you kind of have 2 routes to go with it. You have the Clarabelle route. So you have the Clarabelle route that you could... No, you don't. Never mind. I don't even have Clarabelle in this list. But looking at it now, so the main discard route is you go down like Curse Merfolk, right? And because people see Curse Merfolk and they automatically think kill, right? Like, I need to banish that card because it's questing for 2. It's an easy banish. And then next thing you know, they've lost a card. So now they're down 1 card. Then you go like a Tipo, and then you throw down a Chip or a Cinderella. Maybe you get the Basil Shift down. If you get the Basil Shift down, then you can sing Trust in Me. Each opposing character gets -1 lore until the start of your next turn. Each Each opponent chooses and discards 2 cards. So really, really good there, right? Where you can do that. So that was kind of the main discard package, and then of course you have Chip and Curse Merfolk and stuff. Yeah, discard list with Clarabelle. So the reason I said Clarabelle is because last set 2Chainz ran he could go 2 different ways with it. He had the Clarabelle control route, but he also had the discard route, and depending on the matchup, he would pursue one or the other. So, but that's what the initial thoughts with this list were. Is how can I force out this discard package, and because a lot of these decks are getting really low on cards. So yeah, that was kind of the idea with it, but it could also be explored with blue yellow. And with blue yellow, if you go the blue yellow route, then you could high roll with something like Prince Naveen into Trust in Me, but I don't know if that is ever better than a high roll of Basil Shift and Trust in Me. So if we looked at this, though, if we go to Legality, Core Constructed, and we look at green and blue, and we discard, what else could we run? Yeah, Chip on 4 on curve is nice. And it really is. Like, people do not expect it. So if you played Curse Merfolk on 1, and then you ramp on turn 2, and they traded into their Curse Merfolk, and then you hit them with a Chip, they're down 2 cards. That they're just... So game 1, you just immediately hit them with this really nasty, like, 1-2 punch that they just weren't expecting. So it could really hurt. I feel like the main issue for discard decks is that discarding usually doesn't seem like an impactful when an opponent usually can draw. And that's true as well. Like, top decking in this meta is a lot more doable than it has in the past. There's a lot more impactful cards that you can top deck to get you back in the game now. So that there is that, right? And that's very true. So correct. Yeah. Your opponent is skilled when they aren't afraid to. Exactly. Like, it's because it's a dangerous card to challenge into. So Shane, let me know when you share that list, by the way. I don't know if you shared it somewhere and I missed it, but I haven't seen it yet. But okay. Let's see. So what else could we add, though? If we were to add something else, I mean, you could all imagine playing Tipo and then singing Sudden Chill. You shared it on the YouTube chat. Oh, does Restream not give me links from YouTube? Interesting. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to open that up real quick. And then we'll open up your list after we look at this one. Okay, so what other discard is there? So if you guys saw, yes, I think it's a terms of service thing. Okay. And Shane, it did not. Where did you share? How long ago did you share it? Because I'm not seeing the link. Unless YouTube just automatically blocks it. And I need to figure out how to turn that or not be so extreme. So you might just have to share it in the Discord if you don't mind just sharing it there. So, but okay, so what other discard could we run in something like this? So there is the Baloo shift line, but I don't think we need that. Baloo shift line is letting each player chooses and discards a card. So that could be an option. But I don't think we need that because we have Basil, and I'd rather run Basil over Baloo. You could run Ursula, actually. Ursula is not a terrible choice. So there it is in Discord. Perfect. Because there's a lot you're going to be hitting with Ursula right now into the popular decks. As far Yeah, so Ursula wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Except if you hit your ramp, you're not really playing Ursula. So there's that as well. So I think one of the issues I ran into this deck is what happens if you don't discard them. And if you don't discard your opponent enough, then how do you win the game? If you don't discard your opponent enough, how do you win the game? So we do have like the Basils that can bounce. We have John Silver giving Reckless, and maybe just having Prince Philip is enough to win you the game, right? And that's your fail safe, is just clear their board with Prince Philip. But it's not the best fail safe because you're not drawing a lot with this deck. John. So what could we replace with Donald Duck, or for Donald Duck? Could we put in Meg? No, probably not. Meg's kind of slow. Can quest for 2 though. Could we just remove Donald Duck and do something like Cindy, Visions here? Cut the Under the Seas. Because if we can discard a dogs deck, like if we can discard aggro decks, we don't really need Under the Sea. Right? So that's kind of a not super important. Scrooge McDucks aren't the worst thing. Yeah, no, and you're right, Preston. Like and that's where we have to figure out like what else can we do in the meantime. So, and that's where the ramping part does help, right? Because we're able to ramp to the Basil, the John Silver, and the Basil. And then also, like, we can afford to let them get higher lore if we're finding Prince Philip. So that's also something that is not the worst thing in the world. Maybe we just cut the Curse Merfolks. I don't even know if you want to cut the Curse Merfolks, and we could run Sudden Chill just to be cute. What is the card? Could we run any of this Reckless stuff? Like the Louis? Is there a world where we could run Louis? I don't know. Because our biggest issue right now is draw, right? So how do we survive where we don't have any draw in the deck right now? I mean, they don't either, right? Yeah, it is, right? And that's kind of why I'm thinking it is maybe we can go that route because it is really good into the aggro decks. Could we go? We do not have any evasive answers. So if our opponent plays it evasive, we just lose. They can literally just quest out from underneath us. So that's kind of depressing. You think Jasmine Shift would suit? The problem is we'd have to make room for Jasmine Shift. It fizzles. I agree. Like that's the problem, right? Because all they have to do is get ahead of that discard. And the moment they know your discard, like they should be able to play they should be able to play around it, right? So Ink Runner's something, and that's like it does let us filter a card. It gives us an evasive answer. So that is something that could work. Let's just kind of stick with that for a moment. We'll stick with this for a moment. Let's pull up Shane's deck really quick. Where did he share that at? Trash. Oh God. What am I giving? I don't even want to open it up right there. Okay. All right. It is safe to open up. Okay. Okay. So let's look at Shane's yellow purple list really quick. Okay, so like an aggro yellow purple list. Okay. Have you tested it, or are you just saying it's trash? I like the burn. So Aurora. How many uninkables? 12 uninkables? That's right, you said 12 uninkables. In 5 minutes. Oh, it's a 2-liner, isn't it? Yeah, it is. All 4s. Yep. So, I love Raja. I wonder if... So, okay. Let's go here really quick. So this is what I've been messing around with in Amber Steel. And I'm bringing this up for a specific reason. Pluto plus Aurora has been phenomenal because you have so many good 3-drops. Lady, Raja, and Tiana are all really good 3-drops. So maybe if we look at your list, nope, doesn't want to do it that way. I guess one of the issues with this list is you're going a little bit longer, right? Because you don't have that dock, so your draw power is going to come from the genie refill, like filter kind of thing, the Dumbo in genie. Oh, I guess Dumbo also works with like Tinkerbell. I don't know. Could you go up to 16 uninkables and run? Oh, you do have Cusco too. Dumbo's still $41 card. Like, could you cut and Diablo draws? Could you just cut Palace Guard and run Pluto? So what are our 3-drops? Our 3-drops are Lady, Raja, Tiana, White Rose, Tinkerbell. So could you just be super greedy and do that? And just run the Pluto? I think Diablo, the question is Diablo better than Palace Guard? I think it's fine because Diablo replaces himself. You're going to get more lore out of Palace Guard, so that's the big thing, right? Is maybe that's the reason to stick with it, but I do like that Diablo replaces itself. Abusing those powerful purple cards to do that is really effective. And then a genie behind a Raja is really good because your opponent can't go genie Elsa, right? They have to deal with that Raja somehow. Yeah, I love Pluto into Raja. Like, it's such a good turn doing that because then Pluto could in turn then let you play Genie the next turn. Library could be something, right? So you could run Library. I don't know if there's anything I'd want to cut for Library though. Like, because I like these cards. And Library is slow. This is interesting though. An aggro Amethyst Amber deck. Why is my first thought to just always throw in Chromacon? Yeah, hey Markoth, that's what I've been doing with my Amber Steel aggro list. Is Raja and then the champion right after. I will say one of the issues with that is that everything is only questing for one, but everything, at least if you play after, is going to be questing for the rest of forever. Demona cracked on curve with Pluto too. Yeah. So you're talking 6-drop Demona? One Tink, one Rose for 2 libraries. So I guess the nice thing about if we did something like that is that library would protect us from Prince Philip, right? Because now our opponent has to figure out. You're also going to be taking a turn off, but okay. Let's back up. Let's do some math. Like I feel like I need my whiteboard here that I could just like draw on, which I have one downstairs. But okay, so let's say we're on the play. We're playing against green blue. In a perfect curve, they are able to go ramp on 2, play whatever they want, Donald Duck whatever on turn 3. Turn 4, Prince Philip. Turn 5, shift Prince Philip and clear. If we're on the play, that does give us time to set up a library and move all of our characters over. So there is that. If we wanted to run library. On the draw though, if we play library on turn 3, they're going into turn 4. And then, so even then, we still have time. Open paint, that's a whiteboard. Yeah, that could work. But we did the math. We did the math in our head. We're smart, right? So, because, so if you're green blue, and you go turn 1, and then turn 2 ramp. This is awful. See, this is why I want a whiteboard. This is so slow. So now you're on 4 ink on turn 3, right? And then if they're on the play, we go something like, let's say Pluto. So turn 4 ink here. 5 ink here, 6 ink here. So well, okay, so here's the thing. So we could go Pluto or Diablo. So let's assume we went Pluto, right? If we go Pluto with the Amethyst Amber deck, then we're able to go something on turn 3. We could go, one of the lines that we could go that would be really quick is Lady plus Mowgli or Lady plus something. So that's a line where we could take, right? Or we could go Raja, a bunch of different things. The point is, though, no matter what, we get library. So whatever we play, we get library down here. Then we can move so we'd have to move everything on this turn. So everything on the play, everything would have to be moved on this turn. So when they Prince Philip on this turn, we could draw 2 to 3 to 4 cards. And then we throw everything down. Hey, what's going on? What's going on, Mishka? We are theory crafting. I hope you like my artwork here. We're doing some quick math. So library could be interesting, right? So what do you think about that, Shane? Like, what if we did? I'd almost rather cut like one Dumbo. one. See, yeah, because we have a lot of draw. So what if we did something like that? No, you don't like library? You're not a fan of library, Shane? Too slow? We want to put characters on the board and try to win. Yeah, okay, so and I get that, right? But let's say let's go back to the handy dandy board, right? So where's the eraser at? Okay, eraser. You can't read my board. What do you mean? This is a beautiful board here. What's not to be able to read here? Ooh, Timothy Q Mouse. That could work. Okay. So, I can't believe you can't read my board. The disrespect. The disrespect. Okay. So, we go Pluto on turn 1. And you can't read. Oh my god, shut up. Okay, let's do this. So let's say Pluto. So we go Pluto on turn 1. Turn 2, we go Lady plus Lilo. Lady plus Mowgli into green blue is gonna be the big answer. And then turn 3, if Pluto's still alive, we could play best case scenario Tinkerbell or White Rose probably. So let's say it's Tinkerbell. And then, so that's turn 3. And then turn 4, probably White Rose or Library. Because going into turn 5, they have the Prince Philip combo. Now, all that being said, so we say that, but for them they have to have 3 cards, right? They have to have 3 cards on curve to be able to do the Prince Philip combo. So here, so we don't gain any lore here, but if we quest with Lady plus, is the Rose playable? Is it legal? Yes, the White Rose is legal, if that's what you mean, Mishka. It is core constructed. No lore going into turn 2. Turn 3, we're potentially questing for 3 or 4. Turn 4, we're questing for, let's say we quested for 3. So turn 4, we're questing for 3, 4, 5. So that's taking us up to 8, 9. Oh, is the Rose a good card? Depending on what you run it in. It's not ran a lot right now. Like Amethyst Steel's cut it in most decks. But the idea behind this deck is just aggro, right? So that's kind of what we're trying to focus on here. But Markoth, you brought up an interesting one. Do we replace Cusco for Timothy Q Mouse? It's not terrible, right? So, well, is it? Because it's not terrible because we have evasives. But Timothy Q Mouse just feels so bad if you don't see an evasive. Like it's awful if you do not see an evasive character. But I guess if you don't see an evasive character, you just ink it, right? You just ink it and say good night, sweetheart. So downside of going wide is no hand to replenish after Philip. Yeah, very true. That's very true. So maybe that is something, right? That could be entertained. If you're not hurting for draw, can you run Timothy Q Mouse? I mean, sure. Okay, let's look at it this way. Amethyst Steel, the decks that are winning, and Amethyst Steel are running 2 Timothy Q Mouses and 2 Tinkerbells. And that's feeling good enough. So, because that speeds things up so much if we go that route. $16 on Inkables, isn't terrible. I mean, and it really comes down to if we want to worry about Pluto, right? Okay, let's do something really quick. Purple yellow aggro, save, and then I want to bring it over here and bring up this. Bang. No. It keeps logging me out and making me log back in. It's being very annoying. Okay. Altering simulator. Get started. Okay, we need the deck. What happened to the deck? My decks. Purple, yellow, aggro. Bear with me, guys. I'm getting a simulator up really quick. Export. Copy to clipboard. Import deck list. Okay. Start altering. Okay, so this would be our first hand, right? So if this is our first hand, we'll simulate turns here. Let's get my face out of the way. Move that over here. So let's say we're on the play. We're against green blue. Then against green blue, we would keep the daisy. You keep the daisy. Do you keep... I think you go Mowgli on turn... Because you're on the play, so you go Mowgli on turn 2, right? And then... I think if you're blind, you keep this hand. If you're on the play and you know who you're against... You have draw. You have quest power. I think with library, you could keep it. Because if we altered 0 cards... Turn 1, we ink Aurora, and then you play Daisy. All right, they do their thing. We draw a card. That's unfortunate. Dang it. What an... Oh, dang it. So we ink the Timothy Q. Mouse. We play Mowgli. Quest for 2. So that does its thing. Keep Aurora and Daisy Sin 5. So let's say, okay, so let's, can we reset to the same hand? Oh, that sucks. I wonder if we can, I'll have to ask Sec about that. If there's a way to reset it back to the same hand. Because, okay, so I guess that's the question. If you're on the play and this deck can aggro, do you do the same thing with it that you do with Amber Steel aggro, where you just like, no matter what I pull, my starting hand is going to be really strong, so you always alter for the perfect hand kind of thing? So like a hand like this, we're running 4 Plutos and we're running 4 Auroras. So you keep a Tiana, you go balls to the wall, hope that you find a turn 1 Pluto or Aurora. Shane, you say yes. And yeah, I think you're right, because again, if we look at the deck, we don't really have a bad hand that we can get. When we have 16 1-drops, we have 11 2-drops. Like, there's really not a bad hand that we can get. So we just alter 6. We get rewarded with a Pluto or an Aurora. Perfect. So on the play, and this is, oh. So this is where it gets interesting. So on the play, you're blind. I think you still go there and Aurora. And then depending on what you're up against, next turn you could go Tiana. So if you're against Purple Steel, you go Tiana on turn 2. So we do that. We ink those. We draw a card. Okay. Oh my gosh. So if we're against Amber Steel, we would play Tiana, right? But now if you're against something like Green Blue, then what you could do here is you could play Mowgli. I'm not a huge fan of Mowgli on turn 2, even on the play. And yes, you could just win on the spot if you hit Sail. But if you don't hit Sail, that is the biggest loss of tempo ever. Like, it hurts so bad. Now, you could take an Inkable from them, which is nice, but you could also just take an Inkable on turn 3, because what you could do here against something like green-blue, you could Ink Raja and go something like Daisy plus Mowgli. No, Aurora plus Mowgli if you wanted to do something like that. Or you could Ink Raja and just go here. And that feels fine as well. Questing for 3 next turn. Or Aurora Mowgli is an option. Yeah, so that could work as well. Because then you're starting to develop a really wide board. Because then next turn, you probably, so yeah, and those are the, like, you could go either route, right? Depending on what you want to do. And I think where you played Aurora on turn 1, Mowgli on turn 2 feels fine, because it makes their next, even if you don't hit Sail, it could make things really difficult for them, because they probably lose an Inkable. So let's say we go that route. We gain 1 lore. We draw a card. Okay, so now we go here. Plus Daisy. Quest for 3 more. Draw a card. Play both of these. Like, so pretty good. And so a hand like this, though, that's the thing. Like, this hand was good into both decks. Now, if it was, though, if the only thing that I'd do differently is if it was like Amethyst Steel, like, I wouldn't have inked Raja, right? Like, I would have inked something else, maybe like the Aurora, so we could play Raja to protect the Tiana. So we go turn 1 Aurora into turn 2 Tiana into turn 3 Raja into turn 4 Lady plus Mowgli, or just Mowgli plus Daisy, whatever we had. So far, we only need the yellow cards. Okay, we'll do one more really quick. Let's see. Oh, look at that. So we could go 1, 2, 3 for some questing power into a Raja. So do we just keep? Is this powerful enough that we just keep this? Like, it looks strong. I think it's strong enough. Yeah, against Amethyst Steel, yeah, you have to keep Raja, right? Because Amethyst Steel will always play Lexington or Cobra next against you in hopes that you don't have strength or fire the cannons when you're playing Amethyst Steel, right? Amber Steel. So you think you're saying at this point you're just always going for the nuts, is what you're saying. Is like you're always going for that turn 1. You're trying to always go for that turn 1 ramp, essentially, with Aurora or Pluto. Now so I think, or are you saying, okay, well, here's the thing, right? What is our really strong plays if we find... Oh, it's too bad Tinkerbell's not a princess, because imagine if she was with Aurora. Raja or Tinkerbell feels really good if we find a Pluto. That's the thing, right? So, because let's say, I wish we could come back to this hand. Like, I wish there was a way. No, we can't. Because we could always keep something like Tinkerbell, because we can go Pluto into Tinkerbell, and that feels strong. But let's send it. Let's send it so we can high roll. Let's see what we get. We get punished. Well, yeah, we get punished pretty hard. I liked my old hand better. Or I liked keeping one of the... It's not terrible. Okay. So probably get rid of you for you. Draw a card. Oh god. That for this. Probably quest there. Draw a card. Oh god. At this point, probably Tinkerbell for Tiana. And I guess you only keep Horseman Strikes depending on what you're playing against, right? So if it's Amethyst, you keep Horseman Strikes. If it's not, you get rid of it. And you keep the Tinkerbell. Draw a card. Ink. Genie. Genie gets us another Genie. Oh, you would have wanted to just keep the Tinkerbell? Yeah. No, that's a good point because Lady, we didn't have any targets for Lady, right? So Lady, it was useless to keep Lady anyways, where there was no targets available. So at this point, your Genie is safe from anything because of Tiana. We could, of course, also have just done a second Tiana if we wanted to instead of Genie. So that could have worked as well. And if we did that, then we don't have this Genie, right? But, Shane, I mean, the deck feels fine. Like, and okay, oh my God. What, keep? Do we just keep the whole freaking thing? Yes. Yeah, I'm keeping. This is I think this, we ink Lady, or Lilo, we play Pluto. Draw a card. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this hand. Okay. We ink. So we turn him sideways. Ink Tinkerbell, play Tiana. Draw a card. Ink. Ink. I think we can ink Dumbo. It would depend on what we're up against, right? I'm a really big fan of keeping this against Amethyst. So I guess it depends what we're up against at this point. But let's say we ink that. We go here in Bodyguard. Draw a card. And this is where now you can kind of just experiment, right? And it depends what you're up against. But this was literally a perfect hand. So this deck doesn't feel bad. This deck is actually you know what we haven't seen at all yet though is purple yellow aggro. Or sorry, libraries. We have not seen a library once yet, which is interesting. So Alter 6 keeping Daisy. Well, there's our library, but Ink library, play Pluto, draw a card. Ink Diablo, play Tiana. Well, what did I call it? Purple yellow aggro. What should I have called? It's called trash. What's up, Ben? Yeah, no, we've so this is what we started the night off with, was yellow purple, trying to figure out, I don't know, because I just feel like we were talking about, I feel like something's there. I really do. And okay, so I really feel like something could be there. So okay, so we draw a card. If our Pluto's still alive, then we ink Diablo, go Genie. Otherwise, we play White Rose. Or if our Pluto's still alive, we play the Genie. If our Pluto's been banished, then we could go White Rose for Daisy plus Diablo. And then we draw a card. Uh-oh. Well, that's unfortunate. But it's not the end of the world, right? Like, a Daisy's not a bad card to draw. We ink, play Genie, we draw a card. Sweet. Okay, next turn, draw a card. Probably just Genie again. Draws us a card. Okay, next turn we draw. Now we can go ahead and go something like ink, play, use the effect. Yeah, Spicy, we can mess around. We can mess around with a game. All I have, let me grab really quick. Let me just change something out with this list. All I have built right now is green, purple, burn. Yeah. I have an infinity deck built. If anybody has infinity still built, we could do infinity for a second. But yeah, Spicy, we can mess around if you wanted to do a custom game. I'm game. I'm down to clown. I just need one more thing to cut. And then let me grab the cards that I want really quick. What? We'll just do that one because I don't know which one. Yeah. Oh no, I agree, Shane. Like Shane, you've been playing Dogs and you really like it. Yeah, Dogs is definitely an acquired taste for people. It's definitely an acquired taste. That is for sure. Because it's one of those yeah, an acquired taste. I think that's just literally just the best way to describe it. Acquired taste. Give me just a second, guys. Okay. It is hard. It is a hard deck to play. Either one, man. Whatever floats your boat. So whatever floats your boat. I have to figure out what I need to cut to make room for this stuff to add. Is that all of them? No. Okay, so we got 4 and 2. Okay. So where is the card? Slow matches are bleh. Yeah. See that, and it's funny because I've played aggro. I enjoy playing aggro. I think it is fun. I've played aggro at one event and I hated it. I hated playing aggro at an event only because I just sat there twiddling my thumbs for 40 minutes per round. And that was I just found that incredibly boring. So it was just kind of weird, you know. Okay. That and then set 8. Okay, 1 second. 1 second, guys. 1 second. We need set 8. Set 4. Set 9. Set 8. All right. Louis. Living la vida loca, she's gonna jump in the trunk. All night long. Let me see that thumb. All right. Well, maybe I won't run, Louis. Where in the world are my Louis at? All right, that's fine. We don't need them. What's in this? Huh. Try the new Horn King. All right. Guys, where are my Louis at? If you were a Louis, where the heck would you be at? Set 8, green card. Okay. Shift 2, whenever one of your other characters is banished in a challenge, you may return that card to your hand, then choose and discard a card. Questing for 2, coming out on turn 2. It could definitely, you may return that card to your hand, then choose and discard a card. I wonder if you could do Horn King with like Doc and stuff reasonably well. The Magro one. What? What's the Magro one? This one? Oh. So that's what you mean by with Lilo, because Lilo leaves your discard and then this character quests for 3. that's cute. Is there any other ways though? Is Lilo the only good option that you have though, or is there something else you can do besides Lilo? Because that's gonna really hurt, right? Because you need them to banish your Lilo, or you can play Mulan, right, to banish your Lilo. So, but there's a lot of things that need to go right there. Okay, I'm going to check one last place for my Louis. If I can't find them, we'll just run what I got right here, Spicy. So just stand by. Somebody entertain the chat for a second. All right, I found my Louis. Okay, I found my Louis. Also, if anybody wants to do Infinity, I'm down for an Infinity game. I told you guys the other night, getting to play a whole new world again just made my life infinitely better. And I'm not playing, it's a Steel Song list, but it's a very different kind of Steel Song. The only thing I won't play against, and I'm sorry for anyone that's a discard player, not playing against discard. We're having a good night tonight, and we're not going to let discard ruin it. Okay. Are you ready, Spicy? I'm just about there. So I'm just about there. Living la vida loca, she's got junk in the trunk. All night long. Okay, let me pull up. Let me just move these over to the correct sleeves, and we can get started. Oh no, Shane, you're working, so you won't be at the Elsa event, right? Did I see that you're working? Take it off, man. You don't need to work on Saturday. Black Friday is over. Retail's not busy. Did you guys realize that Christmas is in 7 days? Like, it's so weird. When you have no kids, it's like you don't even realize it, right? Like Christmas is just kind of here. Halloween was just kind of here. We didn't even realize it, and now Christmas is just kind of here. like, and we're just like, oh, la di da di da, and then we're just like walking through Walmart, and it's just like, oh, Molly's like, did you realize Christmas was already like here? And I looked at my watch and I was like, well, that's kind of wild. So it's weird, having no kids is because when you don't have kids, you kind of just you're adults, so we just kind of do what we want to do. We don't need like a holiday to do it. So it's just kind of weird. It was just funny realizing that Disney or Christmas was right there. So um it's I really like business. I have my MBA. I like the idea of business. We have our own gym and everything, and I like the logistics and things like that. And I wrote an entire business plan for one of my college classes on a feet picture like endeavor for men. So because if you look at the feet picture industry, like if you go to Instagram and you use the hashtag like feet pics or whatever, it's dominated by women. It's women on there. There's not a lot of men in that industry. And so I started this whole business model on how I would go about doing it. Spicy, we're gonna do lower MEYER. How I would go about doing it and what I would do, and it was a whole thing. And I turned it in for one of my classes. And but yeah, I had different professions that were gonna do. I was going to hire them, and they were gonna do feet pictures, but also we were gonna get into merchandise sales. So I had different professions, so I could merchandise. So we could advertise different professions, socks, and things like that. So yeah, it was quite a fun little business practice thing. What's going on, man? Let me put my headset on. All right, what's up, brother?
Hey, how are we all?
All right, man, I'm good. I'm good. Glad I could finally put a name to
Voice to the name.
a voice to the name. There we go.
Yeah, I've got a face for radio.
Oh yeah. Hey, someone's got it, right? So, all right, let's see. I just gotta turn one thing on. Okay. What's the weather like there down in Australia today?
I think we're up around 30 degrees Celsius, so about 84, 85, I think, degrees Fahrenheit.
All right, nice.
Beautiful summer, sunny day.
Yeah. What's it? So for the part of Australia you're in, how cold's it get?
hmm
In the winter.
In the winter, it only gets down to, like on its coldest where I am here, probably only about 17 degrees maybe on a like it does get cold like during winter because I'm where I live it's kind of near a like a low area, so it does get down to like the single digits, but not very often.
Okay. All right. Nice. Hey, you can't argue that. So
I'm pretty much on par with, I would say, probably Florida weather.
okay. No, that makes sense, man. So that makes sense. Cody, can you so Shane in the chat is one of our locals, and he likes to
Mm-hmm.
uh he likes to try and bait me. But in his defense, he likes to try and bait a lot of people, like rage bait. God bless him. But I'm ready when you are, man.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
All
Half
right.
cut.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Living the vida loca. She's got drunk in the trunk. Dun, dun, all night long. Let me hear that thong. All right, I'm gonna go 5.
2, 4.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I did a couple of trial games on the setup last night, and I played that. You know the gentleman that's got all the pins on his map.
Yeah, David or Dave? No,
Yeah,
Brian.
Yeah,
Brian.
I played him last night. That was a good couple of games.
Oh, good. Yeah, Brian's a good guy. He really is. So,
Yeah.
um, so he
Then
can.
then I played a gentleman from Ohio before. He was on Blue Steel, and he got down to 2 cards left in his deck.
That's wild. That's wild, man. So,
I think he had 6 cards left. He drew for turn, and then he played the Horseman,
oh
Headless
yeah,
Horseman.
yep.
Had to draw 3, and he was down
Oh,
to 2 cards left.
oh, jeez, almost had him.
Yeah, I was on my Mickey, my blue red.
Oh yeah, the fun one. The only blue red deck
Yeah.
that I've enjoyed so far. Well, Ink stopped chaos, and we'll go Webby and pass.
Alrighty. Draw.
Singing the classics.
I will ink
Yeah.
Scuttle.
So, oh
and
no.
I'll play an Aurora and pass.
All right, draw for turn. Ink, you're welcome. You're good. I can see it.
Okay, sweet.
Play Chromacon. We both can draw.
Woohoo!
And I will quest for 1 and pass. All right, guys, this is a problem. Illuminer's Table. I've been listening to that stupid Thong Song AI song, like Motown AI, a lot
Daisy.
lately, and it's been not good for my health.
Quest for 1 with Aurora, and I will pay 2 for Milan and pass.
All right. Draw for turn. Oh god. These are not what I want to be drawing right now. Okay, well Chromacon first. We both can draw. It's just not getting any better now, is it? Let's go ahead and Ink, you're welcome. We'll go Mother Knows Best on Mulan. Send it back to your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll quest for 1 and pass. Okay, guys. Well, the good news is we've got to be getting good draws soon.
Let's
Singing the classics. The Motown, if you guys have not heard the Motown AI version, though, you're really missing out. That song slaps. if that's still the thing you say.
I'll pay 2 for Ludwig.
Artificially
Let's go. You're
soul.
welcome. And
That is now 3 your welcomes. And against an aggro deck, that is not good for
quest
us.
for 1 and pass turn.
All right, draw for turn. Let's go ahead and Chromacon, draw for turn. Okay. Let's go ahead and unfortunate. Let's go ahead and Ink Webby. We'll go Mother Gothel, no effect. And we'll go Show Me More. So we both draw 3 cards.
Crikey's.
And I will not quest this time and pass turn. I hate how good the AI stuff sounds. Like, you can definitely tell a difference, right? Because there's things that are missing from the AI songs, like,
Ink,
but it's just crazy how good it sounds. There was a while back, gosh, this was like set 6. The good boy, the goodest dog in the 20 lore page was big into AI songs and made one about a whole Steel song.
Oh.
I listened to it like
Quest for
100
1
times.
I'll pay 2 and shift in Aurora.
Okay.
With Daisy.
Okay.
I will quest with Von Drake and pass turn.
All right. Draw for turn. Let's go ahead and Chromacon to draw. And let's go ahead and ink Clarabelle. We will play Clarabelle. And then I will shift Mother Gothel so you can bounce something. Yeah, I realized what I did. And then we'll go ahead and go Mother Knows Best on Aurora. And I will pass turn. Sometimes
What's Mother Gothel's stats?
She's at 462.
462. Let's quest with Daisy for 1. I'll support Mother Gothel. And I will
nice.
Pay 3 for a.
Yep.
Of Greatest. I will ink a Horseman Strike for turn, and I will pay. Feels like I have half the deck in my hand. It's crazy. I will pay 2 for a Von Drake again. Alrighty. And I will pass turn with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards in hand.
Holy crap. All right. Looks like I'm going to get to draw some cards. All right. Let's go ahead and ink. Let's go ahead and ink. We'll go ahead and Chromacon and draw. And it is a May option, just as a reminder.
Yeah, I don't think my hand's getting big enough to hang on all these bloody things.
I think we just have to, right? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll go ahead and ink Webby. Play Shift Clarabelle. Clarabelle will take out Daisy. Quest for 1. And pass. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in hand. And you have 11 or 12?
12 in hand.
All right, so I'll draw 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, your show.
Look for that bend.
Yeah. Someone sent me that AI rap song, and I really want to listen to it. I haven't yet, but I can only imagine how good it's going to be.
That's right.
I really want to hear it though. I can only imagine what they like put in it for this for it to say. I can hardly show the hand cam what's going on here. Like there's so much. I could go double Webby next turn.
I will pay.
Oh, I didn't even realize he's playing Christmas music in the background. Tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Okay.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
For another Aurora.
Ooh, he's going to get big fast. I think
Clarabelle's a 5/6, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go.
Another one?
Nice.
Greatest. All right.
And then quest for 1 and pass turn.
All right. Draw for turn. We'll go ahead and Chromacon, because you can never have too much, right? Okay. We'll go 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For Shift Webby. That's 2 for Shift Webby. We will... I have so many cards in my hand. Okay. We'll go 3 for Prince Philip. And then... we'll go ahead and ink Ursula to go Webby and Clarabelle and pass. Okay. Okay, so if he doesn't have another Ludwig, we're in trouble.
Oh my days.
If he has Ludwig, we're in trouble. If he does not have Ludwig, we're okay. So let's see if he has Ludwig. He could also have Mowgli, but Mowgli's not a big deal. We can play around Mowgli. We just can't play around Ludwig. We're about to find out. Christ the Lord. Don't you play Ludwig, Spicy, I swear. Don't you do it.
Aurora. I will quest. And then...
What do you guys think of all the TFM drama right now? That's been the hot topic for a minute.
Shift and Aurora.
All right, there's the Shift Aurora. Don't you play Ludwig.
I will pay.
Don't you do it. Do not pay 2. Yes, don't do it. Don't play Ludwig with that last 2. Don't do it. What is it? Is that a Donald? Ooh, a mini. Okay. Don't play Ludwig. Don't do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4,
West,
5, 6,
Von
7.
Drake, and Austin.
Nice. Alrighty. How many in hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dreaded 6, 7 cards.
Jeez. Alright, you're at 9 right now. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and do it like this. So we're at 7 ink, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so we'll go 7 for no. Wait. Back up. Webby. We'll go
Sing. Do that bit.
Mother Knows Best on Aurora.
Yep. The shifted one, obviously.
Yeah, the shifted one.
Yeah.
And then we will ink Prince Philip. We'll go 7 for Bend. I should have drawn with Chromacon. All right. And
9 cards.
we'll go ahead and go 1 for Webby on Webby. Webby will take out Aurora. And then I'll take 1 damage. And Clarabelle will take out Ludwig. And I'll take 1 damage. And pass turn.
Alright, deep
Shane.
off the top. Here we go.
Yeah.
2, 3.
What TF? Yeah, it's still no. It's well, yes, it is that Bebop. Like it has to do with that, but it's just a whole bunch of stuff that has been
2 for Daisy.
it's been stockpiling essentially. So it's a whole bunch of stuff. But Nunez is the big cake topper of the whole thing. So it has to it got reignited because they took the picture with him this weekend. If that's where you're at with it all. All right. Draw for turn. All right. I think we just always do the super unfair thing and go ahead and go 2 for that. Yeah, we're about to.
Oh, yep.
3, 6. So we'll go Malicious, Prince Philip, Shift, and then we'll quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go to 10, and pass.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will pay 6 for Down New Orleans.
It was a great picture.
1, 2, 3.
Hey.
I will play Robin Hood for free. And you clearly have more than no cards in your hand, so I will draw 1. And I will pay 2 for Ink Runner. Draw for Ink Runner. And pass.
All right. What do I have on board? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All right, draw for turn. We will ink Louis, play Prince Philip, quest for 9, and pass.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. B prep off the top.
Almost. What do we have? We can't. Yeah, there's not much we can do, mate. Well done. Alrighty.
All right.
You want to run it back?
Yeah, let's run it back, man. You got the lead on this one.
Yeah. All well and good having the whole deck in your hand, but you don't have any ink to play anything. It's not fun.
Yep. That was just it, right? So, yeah, you had a bunch of like high cost cards in there. I was worried you were like a blue yellow aggro deck, and I was like, oh no, he's just gonna blow his whole hand on the field, and I'm just not gonna be able to recover. No Louis. I was like, this is gonna go bad.
This is not that type of one. This one's just a high roll with Naveen, Dino, and does a lot of supporting and banishing with minis and World's Greatest.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's
a lot of non-combat removal with, and of course at the same time it's questing, so it's gaining and doing something. So
yeah. Hey man, it was like you took out. I did not expect you to have 2 World's Greatest Criminal Minds, so, but able to take out the Mother Gothel and the Clarabelle was pretty good. So
it slows it down a little bit.
yeah, it does, right? So,
and inking all them horsemen, I'm like, I know Prince Philip's coming, but I don't think it's going to be too far gone before that point.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I didn't know they got a picture together. That's wild. Yeah, so the whole thing got reignited because Dan took a picture with Nunez at Disney World, and they made a comment about hanging out with him after he won the CCQ. And that's kind of what reignited the whole thing for everybody, and what got everybody up in arms was just that whole thing. And because he'd said he kicked him off the team, but they're friends for a while. It's a whole thing.
For the Infinity, I added Brawls and Spookies into my Mickey deck.
Okay.
And day one was like at the Gold Coast local was just absolutely just aggro everywhere, and it destroyed me.
Yeah.
And then day 2, that's right. Day 1, I played this deck pretty much day 1, and then day 2, I switched to the Mickey deck and added Spookies and Brawls, and it changed it 100%.
Yeah,
a lot more in the game.
Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, because Spooky's gonna do good for you too with like those auroras and stuff that it could hit to give you ink as well. So.
Yeah, well, that's why, like, the downside, obviously, in that deck is it still hits Mickey.
Yeah.
But, like...
good point.
At turn 4, though, if I shift Mickey and quest, I get 4 out of it, and then the following turn, if I quest and then Spooky, it ramps. So, like, my finishing in that is Hades, Maleficent... more faster and stuff, so kind of top end doesn't really matter. Like the ink's there.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, man. So.
Well, I guess this time I will ink a Stitch and pass.
All right. I will ink a Webby, play a Clarabelle, and pass. But yeah, there were definitely some harsh words said, but in the grand scheme of things, like not really. And
a Robin Hood.
I don't know, maybe
2 for Daisy. And
I hope he doesn't shift Daisy in 2 turns. Okay, draw for turn. Ink Clarabelle, play Amethyst Chromacon. We both can draw. And pass. I don't know. Were they harsh? I don't know. And maybe that's where not context. What's the word I'm looking for? Audience is everything. Like, were they harsh words? I don't know. Like, but again, I think audience is everything, and what makes things harsher to some, that might not be harsher to others. But yes, I do like how vocal R&B has been. It's been very different. Normally R&B is just very doom and gloom, but now he has like an agenda with how vocal he's being. Okay, draw for turn. All right, we'll Chromacon for turn and draw. We'll ink Prince Philip. We'll go 2 for Mother Gothel, no effect, and pass turn. But here's the thing, right? Like, I think R&B has a lot of good stances. Like I don't think anything R&B has said has been fabricated.
Do it this way first.
And what Dan has said in response
We'll ink a Taran,
has not, like,
and we'll pay 4
to shift.
for an
Oh,
Naveen.
he's gonna do it. He's gonna high roll.
He's gonna
Oh, here we
send
go.
Down in New Orleans.
Here we go.
1, 2.
And what makes it worse is Dan's responses. Dan's responses have just
And
not
I
been
will get a Von Drake.
okay. That's not ideal. Looks like you get show me more. So no card draw for you.
There you go, sir. Oh. Alrighty. And then I will quest for 1 and pass.
All right, draw for turn. We'll Chromacon for turn and draw. We will ink Webby. Go 4 for Mother Gothel, so you can bounce something to hand. And go ahead. But yeah, that's really the big thing for me. It's like,
let's do a thing.
Dan's comments back have not helped him. If anything, it's just hurt his image a whole lot. Honestly,
All right. So
yeah, that's really the biggest thing for me. It's like he just has not had good responses to anything R&B has said.
He's gonna sing Down in New Orleans.
Another one.
2, 3, and we'll play Aurora.
Ooh, Aurora's good.
And then I will.
Okay, so we're able to
Aurora
take
for
out.
10, and I will pay 4. Shift in Daisy.
Nice. Crap. That really is not good for us.
And, bugger it. Let's for the memes. For the memes. Daisy's gonna sing.
Oh my God! Another one. 3 of them.
3.
And you altered
And
6.
we'll get Aurora.
Oh,
Yes,
that's game.
Oh, come on.
No,
It's not
no,
that bad.
we're gonna
You can
play it out
still
because there's
build
still a card. So there's still a card I can draw. So we'll see.
Alright. And inking hand, that's all that. And pass turn.
All right. Now we're just gonna dig as fast as we can. Mother Gothel is gonna take out Naveen. We'll start there.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to ink Mother Gothel. We'll go 3.
Enters exerted for the day.
Yeah. Yep. And go 3 for Prince Philip and pass.
Yep. Alright. get around the Philippines. The old Philippines.
Okay. There's surely he doesn't have another Ludwig, right? Surely he doesn't have another Ludwig. We didn't Chromicon to hopefully not draw him into one.
I suppose we can get around it by doing that.
No way.
Let's try.
There's no
We'll
way.
go 2 for Ink Runner. Draw.
There's no way he has Ludwig, right?
What is Mother Gothel? She was a 4, wasn't she?
Yeah, 4/6.
Yeah. Okay. We'll pay 2.
Oh my
for
god.
Another Louis.
You just had
Ludwig?
all of it.
Yeah, there it is. All right, and then I guess we can.
Guys, when you oh my god, when you high roll,
I guess
right?
we'll have Daisy Quest for 2.
Support Ludwig.
And support Mother Gothel, and we'll have one of the Auroras sing World's Greatest, and then we'll quest with Vondrake and Aurora for 3, and pass.
All right. Chromicon to draw. All right, good game, man. That you couldn't have asked for anything better that game. That was
No. So the funny thing was, the only card I kept in my mulligan was Naveen.
yeah. Oh yeah, like your altar
He's
was
the-
perfect.
He's the only one I kept.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, that was nasty. Oh my god. Your first, like, how many more cards did you have in hand?
After what?
Your
Just then?
left, yeah.
One card. I had a Daisy.
Yeah, so
I had a
literally,
Daisy.
oh, that I put back in your hand. So, oh my god.
Yep.
So you just drew perfect the whole game. That was wild.
Yeah, well, that was on the draw. Yeah, so I in my mulligan, I had 2. I got 2 of the Down in New Orleans, and then I think on my third turn, I drew the third one.
You
so Prince
scared
Naveen sung one on his turn.
the Jesus out of
and
me.
the-
Oh my
having
god.
The 4 ink and Daisy shifting for the other one
Who rated?
to sing it.
Yeah, no, that Daisy was huge. Like Daisy on her own is just a wild card, but being able to high roller and get the Down in New Orleans out is just so good.
Yeah. And it
Ru-
also helps too, because like it slows like the blue decks down. Like the ramp doesn't help them. Like it still puts them back a turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely for sure. So, Rue Garoo, thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate it. You scared the crap out of me, but I appreciate the raid. We're just messing around with my Spicy all the way down from Australia with some custom games. So, we spent the beginning of the stream looking at some deck theory stuff, and now we're just getting high rolled by Spicy here. You guys missed it. He went altered 6. He went Prince Naveen on 4 with Down in New Orleans, then sang Down in New Orleans, or sang 2 Down in New Orleans the next turn. So it was pretty good. And thanks, Rue. I hope your stream went well, brother. So, but yeah.
Hitting 2 Auroras though, that's like the dream of Down in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can't get better than two Auroras. Like that is so nasty. So.
The only other one that I really like to get off Down in New Orleans is Judy Hopps, because then she can ready.
Yeah. Ready. Protect him. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see how this one goes. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yeah, Mishka, that's really it. So Mishka asked in the chat why people aren't playing the boost Merlin very much, and That's pretty much what it is, Mishka, is that his boost being 2 just really slows down your curve a lot because he doesn't come down till turn 2. So, okay, what do we got here? Let's go 5, 6. We're going 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's go 3. 2, 3.
All right.
And that's the other thing that is like this deck goes good into like the shift ones like yours. Like it goes. The hardest part is for my deck is going against something like a blue steel where like their strength isn't very high.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the world's greatest, like you've got to do a lot more either supporting or something to get it to remove.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like into a purple steel deck is easy. Green steel isn't too bad either. You can tend to buff them up enough.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. So, okay. We're going to go ahead and I don't like this, but we'll ink Ursula and pass. Inking Ursula sucks if he has a whole bunch of...
Ink Runner, we'll pay 1 for Aurora, and we'll pass.
Alright, draw for turn. We'll go ahead and ink Mother Gothel. And play an Ursula.
Mm-hmm.
See if we hit down in New Orleans. Yeah.
Dino or World's Greatest?
We'll take Dino. And pass. Alright, so he's probably going to take Chromacon here, which really hurts us a lot. Losing Chromacon because we have that Bend to My Will. So Bend to My Will feels terrible here.
Robin Hood. 2 for Ludwig. Let's grab that Bend. You can put that in your discard.
All right.
Your Bend.
All right.
Get rid of that bad boy. And I will just pass turn, sir.
All right. Draw for turn. We'll go ahead and go Malicious, Mean, and Scary in the Inkwell. And we'll go Mother Gothel and pass. See, that's what's awkward. So we had to, right? Like we had to hit Ursula to take down a New Orleans out from his deck so we couldn't high roll. But it feels awkward because our hand, right? So, because we can't shift Mother Gothel next turn. Because if we do, then he's going to put Ludwig back in his hand.
And I'll pay 3 for a Daisy.
Okay.
A mini, sorry, not a Daisy, a mini. I will quest 1 with Ludwig, and I will...
Okay, we'll take that.
Pass turn.
Alright. Draw... So Minnie, does she have support?
No, she doesn't have support. She gives Mickey support.
Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and go Chromacon, and we can both draw. We'll ink Prince Philip. Ursula will take out Ludwig. And pass turn. Okay. We're kind of in an awkward place. Webby's going to get us ink later on. But we had to play Chromacon. This is definitely kind of an awkward place, though. So, I don't know what we want right now. We've inked 2 pieces of the combo now, but at least we don't have to worry about Ludwig getting bounced, which is nice.
Ink, Aurora.
Okay.
All for a Mickey.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, actually, it's not that big a deal. It's not that big of a deal because we still bounce. If we quest with both things, then we can take out one of them. Or, no, we can't take out the mini mouse, can we?
Yeah, I will. I will just quest for 3.
Oh, but she has support while Mickey's down. All right. Quest draw for turn. God. Okay, we'll go ahead and Chromacon and draw. All right. We'll shift Mother Gothel so you can bounce one thing to hand. All right. And then we'll ink Webby. We'll go ahead and bounce the mini back to your hand. And pass turn, 2 in hand. This is a tough match because he does have those Auroras, which are warded. Down in New Orleans can high roll pretty well, especially with those Blues. But Mother Gothel is protected right now because he can't support to banish her. So unless he plays Ludwig here, we're in an okay place. Ludwig is just such a nasty card. I didn't want to ink Webby because of how I'd be able to get free ink with her this turn, but I didn't want to keep her either because Your Welcome's just better as long as he doesn't punish us by playing Ludwig. So we'll see what he has here. All right.
Ink, Scuttle.
Mm-hmm.
Pay 4 for a mini.
Mm-hmm.
Quest for 1 with Mickey.
Oh, and it
Supporting
still gives him
Mother Gothel.
support. Yep. He doesn't have enough ink for... Okay, yeah, so we did that right by bouncing it back to hand. Because now we're able to take out Mickey. Okay. Alright, draw for turn. We'll Chromacon to draw. We'll go ahead and go show me more so we both can draw 3. We'll go all right. So let's go ahead and use Mother Gothel. We're going to sing You're Welcome on Mickey Mouse. Okay, so we could have traded there, but I just want to get rid of songs because I'm about to draw him a lot of cards, and I don't want him to draw into a Ludwig and punish us for that. So I could play Show Me More here, or I could play and give him Reckless, which also feels good. So I think that's what we might do here, is just give him Reckless. So we did Show Me More. Okay. We'll go ahead and ink Prince Philip. We'll go 3 Louis to give Reckless to Minnie Mouse. And then 1 for Clarabelle. And pass. Okay. So that wasn't the most ideal because now we're down 2 Prince Philips. So the odds of us getting the other 2 aren't terrible when we're drawing so much. He really has to empty his hand here as much as he can in preparation of what's coming. But I think he's going to Prince Naveen. I think he's going to Prince Naveen New Orleans here. We'll see.
Not everything. So let's. Louis is a 4-3.
I really enjoyed Louis in my list.
So I'll pay 1 for Aurora. I will pay 4 for a Mickey.
Oh, another Mickey. That's annoying. Because now he's going to be able to take out Clarabelle. But I should be able to find a song again. So I think it's okay. Because I need to You're Welcome. I need to You're Welcome the Mickey.
Minnie will challenge.
Oh, wait. But he's going to lose Minnie. Oh, wait. Okay.
And I will pay 2 for Daisy. And pass turn.
All right.
8 cards in hand.
All right. Draw for turn. We'll go ahead and go Show Me More so we both can draw 3 more. 3. Louis is going to take out Minnie Mouse. And then we'll ink Clarabelle, pay 5 to shift Clarabelle. And we'll go ahead and so Mickey Mouse gives everything +2. Daisy lets you shift Daisy to give support. I think that's what we have to do. So Mother Gothel will sing You're Welcome on Daisy. And then We'll just go ahead and quest for 3 because that Clarabelle is not going to live, and I will pass. And I have 2 in hand.
Okay, well you're lucky because I've got 13.
Okay. Jesus. I'll draw 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay.
Hell, I would love a whole new world beyond the horizon, right?
Yeah, I bet.
All right, draw for turn. All right, what the hell are we gonna do?
I'm trying to show you guys my cards, and there's just so many.
So we'll do ball for a prince.
Oh my god, there's so many.
Down. 1, 2, 3, and scuttle.
Scuttle's good. Scuttle's good.
Then what can we do here? What can we do? What can we do? What can we do?
What can you do for a Klondike bar?
Quest for 1.
What would you do
Pay
for
2.
a Klondike bar?
Aurora. And then Mickey's gonna use his singing voice.
Yep.
On Clarabelle. 1, 2, 3. Too many. And pass turn.
All right. Draw for turn. Okay. We'll go ahead and take out Mickey with Mother Gothel and Ursula. We'll go 3 for Mother Knows Best on Aurora. Bounce Aurora back to hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll go 3. For Louis to give Reckless to Prince Naveen. And then we'll go 1 for Clarabelle. And we will ink Mother Gothel and pass. Okay, so we've already inked 2 big Prince Philip. So that is unfortunate when we have the combo in hand. We could have bounced, instead of Louis, we could have played a second Mother Gothel to force him to bounce something. But next turn, we can go Mother Gothel plus Prince Philip, maybe. we're not in a good place right now, to be honest. It's not terrible, but it's not great. He's only seen one Ludwig so far, so he has more in his deck. Now, if he challenges with Scuttle to keep Naveen alive, that is an option. Well, no, that's not an option. So Naveen dies no matter what. She's a 4/6.
4/6. So she's only got 3 on. So if we then pay 1 for Aurora. Pay 3 shift Aurora.
So he could set up for me to trade my whole board, right? Because if he goes Scuttle into Gothel, like I have to take out his Scuttle and Naveen, right? So
For a mini.
So he could
Naveen will
force
go
me
into
Louis.
Lewis.
Yep.
Louis. Scuttle quest for 2.
Or just quest and I have to take it out. So
And pass turn.
all right. Draw for turn. Okay, Chromacon to draw. Okay, let's see. 3. We'll bounce Aurora again. How many in hand right now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
12.
12? Okay. But that doesn't really work, does it? That Scuttle's a little annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go ahead and go Clarabelle.
Mm-hmm.
Clarabelle will take out Scuttle.
Mm-hmm.
Mother Gothel will sing You're Welcome on Minnie. And then I will go ahead and ink Webby to go to 9. And pass. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in hand.
$14.
4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'll draw 6, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Quick ones.
All right, quick math. Take her away, man.
Alrighty. Where are we at here? What can we do?
Okay.
Like I need more cards.
We really need Ben. We're in a really nasty place right now without finding Ben or another Prince Philip. And we know none of them are on the bottom of our decks. There's one Ben in the discard. I think with the popularity of Green Blue, we might have to go back to a third Ben because we have to find Ben before they do. Otherwise, we just lose. So if we're able to develop a Prince Philip and then use that to sing Mother Knows Best on their Clarabelle, and then bend to my will, we win. But we have to bend to my will before they do.
4 for Naveen.
All right, here comes the Wombo turn.
He's gonna sing
Oh, not down in New
World's
Orleans.
Greatest on Clarabelle.
Nice, okay. Nice, okay.
Then we'll go 1 for Aurora. 3. I will. Anchor Robin Hood and pass.
All right, draw for turn. Chromacon, draw for turn. Okay. What do we got going on here? I'm at 9 ink. Okay. All right. We'll pay 2. We'll pay 5 for Gothel to bounce Aurora to hand. And then we'll shift Gothel. So I'm on 10 ink. So you can bounce Naveen to hand. And then we'll quest for 2. And then I will ink Webby to play Webby and pass turn.
That's
Okay.
crazy. I have all of my Auroras in my hand, all of my Tarans, all of my Prince Naveens, 2 of my out of 3 Judy Hobbs. Like I've got literally everything in my hand.
Well, you're welcome.
The only thing I can draw is a Ludwig. Is there anything left in the deck? No, it was another Aurora. Yeah. Alrighty, let's what can we do here?
What would you do? So the problem is, so now what can happen is he shifts Aurora to give everything ward, and that's fine because now I have stopped chaos in its tracks to start bouncing his characters. Not only that, I have Mother Gothel. So I'll use Mother Gothel to bounce his Aurora, and then I use stopped chaos in its tracks, sing together for the other stuff.
I'll ink a Taran. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
So what's not optimal for us is turning into okay because we're just bouncing his entire board, right? So
Aurora. 3, 4, 5.
not double Aurora. Oh yeah, that's right. That's dangerous.
And pass.
Okay. All right. Draw for turn. All right, well, Chromacon to draw. Can I just do this? So 6. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I can't risk it. I can't risk you having it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and sing Malicious, Mean, and Scary, and also play.
They're both watered.
Well, Malicious, Mean, and
it
Scary.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
On that one. Yeah.
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 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's what makes it so hard. Is the only way you can get around the combo is by removing one of the pieces. Like, and then we'll go ahead and ink Amethyst Chromacon.
Where'd you put the prince?
Oh, oops. Yeah. Um, and then we'll go ahead and quest for 3 to go to 8 and pass.
No freaking way.
Because
Just
I was
what I needed.
being silly. That's all. So I meant to grab malicious, mean, and scary, and I threw both of them in there. So that's all.
Ink, Aurora. Three. And we'll go 5 for Taran. 6 for Judy. And pass.
What does Terran actually do?
He's a 5/5 with support, and whenever he quests, if you have a character named Henwen, you can put it to your hand from the discard.
Okay. All right. We'll draw for turn. And with his Chromacon.
If it was Henwen's vision, it would be so much better.
Yeah. Okay.
Henwen only being a 1/4, questing for 1,
is bad. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go 5 for Mother Gothel to bounce Judy Hopps to hand. And then we'll go 4 for Shift Mother Gothel to bounce the other one to hand. And then we'll ink Prince Philip, play Prince Philip, and quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to go to 16 and pass.
All right. Hail Mary. Be prep off the top.
Be prep off the top.
What do you know? It's another Taran. That's what I need.
So this is why I like Mother Gothel over Cusco. Like, Cusco has his moments.
Yeah.
But
literally, I have 1 Taran, 3 Naveen's, 2 Tarans, a Scuttle, 2 Judy Hopps, 2 Auroras, and a 3rd Taran.
Oh, Jesus. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I was worried.
I've had these since the start.
Oh, when I ripped your 1 New Orleans?
Yeah, I don't have... Where are they? Oh, there's 1. So that far down.
Jeez.
There's the other one. Yeah.
All the way at the bottom. I didn't see my other down in New Orleans. Or sorry, what is it? Bend to it's two cards away. Bend to my will. So I was almost. I had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 left. So not too bad. 13 left in total. So, but
13. I had quite a few.
Yeah, Prince Philip's such a nasty card. Like it's the fact that you just can't stop it, right? Now Ludwig is a great way to stop it, right? Like it worked like last game you were able to stop it because Ludwig came down but other than that, like there's not really Ludwig, Ursula, like ripping the song is really the only way you can stop it.
The like this deck, I think really needs Mowgli.
Yeah.
So it needs four Von Drakes and 4 Mowglis.
Yeah. I mean, I think
so
that
gives me 8 chances.
Yeah, because when you get the double Aurora down, that's the only thing that can stop you at that point is if they're able to go super wide with like a lot of questers or big cards to trade or Prince Philip. So if you're able to rip the song, you don't have to worry about it, then then maybe that'll work. So
Because this doesn't, like, I don't ramp, even though it's a blue deck, there's no ramp.
yeah,
So,
it's almost. So do you run? Oh, do you run 4 of the world's greatest and 4 of the headless horsemen?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
and
four horseman strikes and 4 of the 4 ink runner, 4 horsemen, and 4 down in New Orleans, and 4 world's greatest. They're the only non-characters.
okay, yeah. Well, sweet. Is bad early on in the game, whereas Cusco at least has some value. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like down in New Orleans is another in blue yellow is another one that I want to because I was running a version early on in the set that I had a lot of fun playing. Like it was just a lot of fun to play. So it's something I want to explore again for sure because there's just some really cool things you can do, and if you're able to get off, you know, the Naveen into a down in New Orleans into a Baloo, like that just feels really good, or get the Daisy down, things like that, or the Auroras like you did. So that all feels really good.
Yeah, well, I don't run. I took I used to run obviously rocks Surfer Stitch and Hades, but I took them out because I didn't really like this deck only needs to get to 6 ink. I didn't really have to get to 7, and some of the higher uninkable costs is just a bit too much. Like at the moment, Naveen at unink 4 and the down in New Orleans and Ludwig are the only ones that are run. It doesn't tend to brick much, but at the same time, I also can't get it. Like I can't get them out of my hand.
Yeah, yeah, no, it does.
Like
So
I had those Naveens, like I had those 4 Naveens or 3 Naveens, like the whole game, because there's nothing I can do with them. And when I didn't have anything on board to support to boost Mother Gothel, I couldn't. There was no point.
yeah,
World's Great. I mean, like there's no unless I have Dino, the Naveen just sits in your hand.
yeah.
Or I often I don't for 2.
Yeah. No, and that makes sense. So, so do you think do you ever entertain the idea of cutting Naveen down a little bit, or still it's just too good to? I think a lot of the time though.
Yeah, I like absolutely like.
Go ahead.
I've only just got a whole playset of him, so now like I really want to keep playing it because I just like the whole Naveen Dino combo.
Mm-hmm.
And in this sort of deck, like obviously World's Greatest. The funny thing is, like apart from Down in New Orleans, there's not really too many other songs he can sing on play that are, that can really do much. Because like, Look at This Family is a 7 cost. Or he could sing, I guess, Be Our Guest or something like that to do some more pseudo draw.
Yeah.
But there's not really too many songs that on play that, apart from Down in New Orleans, that are really worth running.
Mm-hmm.
Like I tried him in a green yellow, with Under the Sea because like I guess the next turn any 2 characters could sing Under the Sea. But it was more beneficial to run Mickey because he's a singer 8 with 2 amber characters.
Yeah.
And he buffs them, so it was beneficial to do that. So I took Naveen out of that. But I just like I don't know. It's just fun having the high roll. Like it's just, it just makes the game fun to play.
Oh yeah, no, it's exciting. I get it for sure, man. Like definitely. That's what. Yeah, down in New Orleans. Blue yellow, it's just a fun deck to play, and the colors are pretty, so
yeah.
Well, sweet man, I'm gonna log off and start closing the stream down
easy,
just
man.
because it's
it's
a lot later than I thought it was here, so but I'm glad we
100%.
finally
That's understandable. Yeah.
Glad we finally got to do some games together, man. And we're definitely gonna have to do more for sure. So
100%. Anytime, mate. I've got like I don't know 3 weeks of decks here that I like tinkering with that are non-meta. So
mhm.
anytime.
Sweet, man. Hey, I appreciate it, brother. You have a good one.
Same to you, mate. Appreciate it.
All
See you
right.
guys.
Okay, so Justin, if you're are you still here, Justin? And we'll talk about it real quick. Not real quick. I'll give a good explanation as to what my reasoning is. Nope, that's not it. Because I've definitely done my fair share. Like right now, my list actually has Cusco's in it. So I just didn't pull them out of the binder for this because I wasn't planning on playing tonight. Um, but Spicy came on, so I was down to play with him because he just got his Pixelborn set up. But yeah, I'll wait to see if you're here, Justin, because I know some people have heard the response before, so I won't bore them with the reasoning again. If you ever do a budget day or a subpar deck, I'd be happy to play. Otherwise, when I get there with a more competitive deck, I'll try and catch one of the. Mishka, if you're down, we have our $20 blue steel ally. It's an ally detective deck that we built for like a budget deck. So for people, so we could always do a webcam game with that, and I could get that. It's just sitting over there. So sweet. All right. So yeah, if you're down, man, we can do that next time. I'll grab that and we can I'll make sure that it's ready to go and we can rock and roll with that. So hey, thanks, Spicy. I'm glad you enjoyed them. They were fun. That was fun, man. I do appreciate it. So so Justin, as far as why I like Mother Gothel over Cusco, it's I like I said, I'm still very much back and forth on the two because they both serve very different purposes. I don't Yes, Cusco does serve a purpose early on because if he gets if he gets banished by something, then at least you get that draw. And there's been games where I've played Shift Cusco where I needed that draw. So I would intentionally challenge into something to get it banished. So that's something that I would do, and I do like the opportunity there. So it's not so it is good. And then the other thing is because I run the 3 stopped chaos in its tracks, the Cusco is that much better because Cusco and Royal Guard let me be able to sing stopped chaos in its tracks. And then late game, Cusco is also really good because you can manipulate the board to get rid of high value characters that you don't want them to continue to replay. So there's a lot of good reasons to run Cusco. Now, the reason Mother Gothel is one that continues to be a staple for me is her 6 health plays a key part often. But what can happen with Mother Gothel is when you get later into the game against specifically blue decks is the ability to just bounce so many cards with Mother Gothel. And you pay the 5 to play Mother Gothel to bounce something of your choosing, and then you pay 4 more to shift Mother Gothel. And that's just really powerful. And then what you can do is you can actually get a never-ending loop going. So, and I just didn't need to do it that game because I had so much bounce. But what can happen is if you play Mother Gothel for 5, you bounce something on your opponent's turn, and then you shift Mother Gothel for 4, and you bounce another thing. Next turn, you use Mother Gothel to then bounce your own Mother Gothel shift back to your hand. So you have to have 2 baby Mother Gothels and one big Mother Gothel. And so you bounce the shift back to your hand. So then you have Mother Gothel and big Mother Gothel again. And you can do that forever. And so you can do things like that. But what gets even better is if you're able to develop other things on your board, then eventually you can use Stopped Chaos in its tracks to bounce the baby Mother Gothel back to hand. So you can like restart, so there's just a lot of ways. So you get this infinite like loop of Mother Gothel shifts that is fun into other blue decks. But yeah, so I consider going back to all four, or like going back to both sometimes, because they both serve a different purpose and they're both so good, especially where I'm so high on Stopped Chaos in its tracks. But yeah, so that's my reasoning on why I tend to lean towards Mother Gothel, is because once I get to 5 lore, I'm able to start using the baby Mother Gothel. So even at 5 ink, even at 5 ink, I can play the baby Mother Gothel to bounce something, and then next turn I shift for 4 to bounce something back to their hand and develop the board again in another way. So just things like that I'm able to just get a lot of use out of Mother Gothel. So I don't know if that helps, or if that makes sense or not. So it's pretty late for me. So but yes, I do agree. Mother Gothel on turn 2 is not good. Mother Gothel is not great early. The baby Cusco is definitely a better card earlier because it doesn't feel bad when it gets removed. And it could just be that you need the draw. So you're happy to challenge it into something and move on with your day with a smile on your face. Because baby Cusco also feeds Royal Guard Octopus Soldier by giving you an extra attack on your Royal Guard. So there's that also. So there's a good argument for both, and it really just comes down to whatever flavor you're feeling. So yeah, let me know if that makes sense, man. All right. Holy crap. The Illuminteers is streaming right now. He is streaming late. There's no way. Is he really streaming this late right now? He is. Dang. So dogs is tough. So first, that's why I'm running Lewis. That's why I'm running Lewis, right? I think it's Louis. I'm pretty sure it's Louis in the movie. But that's why I'm running Louis. Louis has been a huge into that matchup. It doesn't save the matchup. Like, the matchup is still extremely difficult. And it is not one that in my opinion, we're favored into. But I also don't feel like Under the Sea makes us favored into that matchup either. Because if you want Under the Sea to work, you're just sitting there hoping to get lucky. And that's fine. Like, that's a huge part of card games, right? But you can't keep Under the Sea in your opening hand. So what that means is that you have to draw into it. And you only run a max of 2. So you're only running a max of 2 and you have to draw into it. The odds of you seeing it are so slim, because now, not only are the odds slim of seeing it, but the odds of seeing all the pieces to make it work. Because what happens is now you have to see the shift line, and you have to see another character and Under the Sea. And you have to get all of those pieces. You have to assemble the Exodia, so to speak, for my Yu-Gi-Oh fans. And so that's just a lot. So, Hey man, what's going on, brother? I was literally just talking about I was I was literally just talking about I can't believe you're streaming right now at I guess for you it's only no, where are you at, man? Are you on the East Coast? I don't think you are. But yeah, I was just talking about you how I couldn't believe you were streaming so late right now. Almost midnight. Okay. Okay, so you're Central Time then. How'd it go though? I see you were there with Wonderland. I hope you guys had a good conversation. And Justin, no worries, man. Yeah, I saw you were on YouTube, so I know the longer the stream goes on, the more the lag sets in for YouTube. I'll have to figure it out. I'm not sure exactly why or how I can fix that, but I'll figure it out. So, hey, questing for lore, thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Central Time, it's a terrible decision. Oh, brother, you're not that old yet. You're not that old yet. You can stay up till midnight. You got it in you. um, yeah, man. Oh yeah, it was a good stream. We're actually about to share the raid with Malferon, where it is 0-1 for me. So it's gonna. I let the viewers get away with me on time. So we stayed up a little late tonight. So we're about to call it a night as well. So Malferon's gonna get a nice little raid from everybody. But yeah, Justin, let me know, man. I'm happy. I'm happy to talk about it more in depth. Like I said, it is 0-1 here, so I am going to call it a night. And I'm out of water, so my voice is getting hoarse. Hoarse. Um, but you're more than welcome to join the Discord, man. I'm more than happy to talk green purple in there. I love the deck. I love talking about it. It's a lot of fun. So, and there's a couple other people in there that really enjoy green purple control. So they're more than happy to discuss it with you as well. So, but ladies and gentlemen, we are going to raid Malferon. All right, show some love. I'd imagine he's playing Blue Steel. I don't know if I've ever seen him play anything but Blue Steel. So, yeah, it looks like he is playing Blue Steel. So we're gonna show some love over there to him, the baby doctor, and yeah, call it a night. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. We're gonna show some love to the baby doctor, and remember, as always, guys, it's just about staying happy and healthy. All right, that's what it's all about. So. Hey, you have a good one, Justin. Thanks for the chat as well, man. I appreciate you. All right, let's jump in there, guys. As I said, stay happy and healthy, all right?